Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book. And
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
He's proud of it.
Hold on, let me turn it on.
Hello and good morning on a Friday.
Good morning.
It's been a week. You and I both
Yeah.
know. By the way, this is Ashley. She owns Ashley Irene Boutique. I'm thrilled to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We have had the preparation before a big holiday weekend.
Yes.
It's like the summer before all this stuff. And I feel like
I
that
know.
unnecessary angst.
And it's like, even though I anticipate it and I know it's coming, it's just, it's very, very exciting. But it's like, no matter how fast we like prep, it's just never enough time, even though every year I know it's coming.
Right.
But
right.
it's here and I am pumped.
You are, where do we even begin with this conversation today? I feel like let's start for the fact that I've got my boss with me here. I have 11 bosses. This happens to be one of them. As the executive director of the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce, I have to report to Ashley, who, by the way, can I just say you're like the most on top of it secretary we've ever had.
Oh my gosh, stop.
I'm so thankful for
That's
your
very
notes.
kind.
I'm
Thank
like, I
you.
don't even know what I say half the time, but I'm like,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Ashley. I did say that.
Part of anxiety is being an overachiever. So also she's wearing AIB, this fabulous blue in my dress.
This was gifted to me before our annual meeting. And I got to
Yeah.
tell you, every single time I wear it, I get compliments. And maybe it's a color I don't normally wear, or maybe it's just one good for me.
Yeah.
I know nothing about fashion. I will literally walk in there looking like a hobo. And I'm like, Ashley, what? What is good?
What is good?
I trust. Good morning, Miss Ashley. Thank you so much for joining us. No updates. You've been quiet. I'm just glad that you're doing well. We've not checked in on you in a while. So glad to hear that you're back with us and you're feeling better. Thank you very much. She's one of our regulars, and I always worry
Yay.
about her because she was like quiet for a week. And I'm like, are you
Where are
okay?
you?
I know.
Yeah.
You know when you get your regulars and you don't see them
Yes.
for a while?
Yep. Yeah.
You're like, what happened?
I know.
Did I do something? Are you okay?
I sent an email. You don't have to buy anything, but I'd love to see you.
How have you been dealing with the state of the world right now? I feel like being a small business owner, we have so many things that come at us
Yeah.
all of the time. And we're always like bobbing and weaving and trying to figure it out.
Right. I feel that it's literally, I take every day rather than looking too much ahead because it's just very overwhelming. So every day I make the most of every day. I know that sounds a little cliche, but I will say with everything happening in the world, one thing I'm so grateful about is that my store and my boutique, the community behind us
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah. But you built that.
Yeah. Yep. And I feel like they are my friends. They are my family. They check in every day. They're loyal. They shop small. They tell their friends. And so as kind of crazy as everything seems, every day when I walk into my boutique, it's just pure happiness
Yeah.
and safety.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for that.
Maybe you can talk a little bit about how you got there. I love, she was like, my boutique, because it is, and it's amazing, and it is your little safe space.
It is.
But I mean, you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into getting there.
I did. I worked corporate retail for a while. After college, I thought I was going to be, a social worker. I did the office job. It just wasn't for me. I wasn't happy. I went into retail and I worked 5 years almost, starting as like a sales manager to an operations manager. I learned the ins and outs of retail. And then I was transferred to the Cape to work at a store in Mashpee Commons. And I instantly fell in love with Mashpee Commons. And I was like, what is this magical Hallmark movie
I
of
know.
a place?
Number 2 visited place
I mean-
in all of Cape Cod last year. So
Just gorgeous. So I worked there and I loved it. But after COVID, I just realized, working for another company, you could just be laid off at any time, or how hard was I going to work
I know that.
to not, like grow? And
Yeah.
I remember the final moment I was sitting in the car in my lunch break and my mom was like, just do it. If you just start your boutique and your dad and I will support you. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. but that's life.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that support system.
Right. Absolutely.
Shout out to your parents.
I know.
Patrice says, good morning, besties.
Hi.
And Emily says, good morning. The dang wind knocked down part of our fence. Lady, you do not even want to see what is happening in my yard right now, let alone inside of my house.
Basement.
Right? I'm just like, oh, sweet Jesus, this place is a disaster. Condemned. Closing it down. We're moving into the Mashpee Commons this weekend, come hell or high water.
Yes.
The mobile farmers market vehicle is over there next to the giant tent. And it's going to be a circus. So
I'm excited.
It's all happening. And we're here with Ashley Irene live at Mashpee TV because, yeah, my studio is out of commission. I apologize if you've not had a chance to listen to all of your favorite DJs this week. We're on backup right now, and that's just where it's going to stay until I can get to that task.
Yeah.
You know how it is sometimes when you've got all these great plans and you've got all this wonderful stuff. You had a moment in the last couple of weeks that really I felt resonated with people. It put an actual, oh, that's what that means with your store when you went to social media and you said, look, I've got this. You ordered all of these beautiful skirts. They were sold.
Yeah, a lot of them were.
They were delivered to your business.
Yep.
We had this plan, everything was working, and all of a sudden they were like, you owe us X amount of dollars tariffs.
Yeah. And as a business owner, you know, it's my job to keep up with what's happening and create a positive community for my customers, but also just be aware. And that is something I was not expecting. It took me by surprise. Our best sellers are tulle skirts. They're from a designer in Paris. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I had ordered the shipment. I had paid for the shipment. We sell a lot of things because our customers love our product. So it's
But you're
very
also
exciting.
a boutique. So it's like you're custom ordering for a group of humans
Absolutely.
that have a certain style.
Absolutely.
So it's not like you're just buying a million of these and you've just got them all laying around. You've got a tiny amount of space.
Yep.
So you have to be really mindful about what you're putting in your
Exactly.
store.
Exactly. And UPS came and I was excited. It was prepaid for. And I was like, here we go. And they're like, you owe thousands. And I was like, oh, sir, like, no, I don't. It's
No.
It's already paid for. And he was very sweet, but he was like, call this number. And I kind of like knew from that. And 2 hours later, finally someone was like, no, that's your tariff. And I just had a moment. I probably cried for 5 minutes in the back room, pulled myself together. But I just thought to myself, that tariff alone would mean that I would need to make these skirts an asinine amount. And I'm not charging my customers that amount.
Right.
So I have a decision to make and I need to pivot.
Yeah. And then that's awkward because you're like, I know you already bought this, but I'm refunding your money.
Right.
And you probably had already used that money to buy more product for other things. And like people don't understand the shift that happens there.
And they were lovely.
Yeah.
All my customers are so lovely. And we got other cute things and they got that. But there's something special about walking into our store and seeing just like a sea of tulle skirts. It brings a lot of happiness.
Right?
So
good morning, Melissa, Bree, Emily, Kate Produce. Hi, Jay Dean, Lisa. Thanks for joining us on the show this morning. Ashley Irene is here, and we're really just talking about small businesses. Here we are, Memorial Day weekend. We have a lot of new faces that we're seeing. Yeah. I saw a lot of new faces yesterday at trivia. I'm like, where you been? Yeah. Oh, you're here for the season. Summer people are here. Also, pack your patience. I shared a fun little reel today that I was laughing at all of the summer workers. All week long, I've been witnessing all of the new people. And you just see them and you're like, what? Oh, they're definitely new. They are learning. Be prepared for it. I had a conversation yesterday with another small business and they were just like, we're not prepared for the volume. And we're not prepared. Like all of these people are new and we're just going to do our best. And I was like, that's the attitude you have to have.
Yep. Good for those new people.
Right?
That's a terrifying learning curve.
And it's also stressful.
Yeah.
Very stressful. I know my daughter's like going through training right now, bank training lady. And she was like very anxious. And she's like, my boss has told me 7 times no sneakers. Mom, I've never worn sneakers. I said, probably I wear sneakers every day. And that's probably why she is reminded of that.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
I'm like, that's not going to be the reason why you don't get this job or succeed in this job is sneakers on your feet. That ain't it. So we have got so many things going on at the chamber. And I just really want to touch upon the fact I'm so proud of some of our small businesses for doing what you're doing. You're putting yourself out of your comfort zone and sharing a lot of awesome things on our Instagram takeover.
I know. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
And everyone's been so good. Like you can see the personality of each different small business come through in the videos. I love them.
And I am doing my very best if I'm not doing it exactly your way. Some people give me like a Google Drive with like an exact map to how to do it. I'm like, the amount of time and effort that some businesses have put into this is really incredible. So if you're not following us on social media, please head on over to Instagram and check us out at the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce. Support our businesses and just give them a like and just watch some of these awesome stories and some of the creativity that our businesses have put into this. I said to our interns, I said, we are going to do something every day in May. I said, this is the theme. Every day in May, we are going to do this. And then Rachel had said, what about an Instagram takeover? And I'm like, I love it. Amazing. What the hell is that going to look like?
It looks good.
Logistically, I was a little stressed about it, but it's been fine and fun every day to open up my email or that inbox or a text message and see what has been created. So that's been personally rewarding there. We do a lot of fun stuff. And also it's award season. Can we just talk about your little gold star yesterday?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was really exciting. Yeah. My employee was in the store and I got super quiet, which if you know me is rare because I'm never quiet.
Are you okay?
Yeah. And I'm looking and I did not expect silver or gold. I went to just be excited for my friends and my fellow business owners and wanted to congratulate them. And when I saw it, she was like, are you okay? And she actually recorded me. I'm not going to share the recording, but it was just me kind of freaking out. So
it's exciting. Yeah. Best of the Upper Cape. And that's exciting.
Yeah. And alongside so many incredible businesses that before I started, I followed and I was like, I want to be like this. And I still follow for help. So it's just great to see like my name next to them.
Can we talk a little bit about collaboration, not competition? I think it's really important to remember as you're out there supporting each other and other businesses and businesses that are doing some similar things to you. It doesn't mean that you have to hate them, have a rivalry. There is really a space for all of us. There are so many people that come and visit our little island and we really appreciate you.
I know. It's really, really important to me because I always say that my store is my safe space.
Yeah.
And I truly mean that. And with the community that we've built, I feel this obligation to protect my community of women, but to also protect myself. I'm not inherently a competitive human being.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I'm the best when I'm surrounded by my friends or surrounded.
She really is truly sweet. She's like, oh, good for you. Go.
Yeah.
You want to beat me? You win.
Please.
And I am fiercely competitive, so I do not understand this.
I'm not.
I'm just like, no, we gotta win, Ashley.
So I've just learned through that our success, I feel, has come through collaboration.
Yeah.
I host pop-ups, but when I first started, I remember emailing like 20 business and being like, hi, I'm Ashley. Can I come for a pop-up? And there was one Cape Cod nail, Sarah. And she said, absolutely.
She's amazing. I know.
She's amazing. And that changed the course of my business.
By the way, Sarah just won SCORE as Business of the Year. And honestly, she's opening up another location. She's taking a giant leap in a space where people are like, oh, we're downsizing. And she's like, nope, go big or go home.
Yeah.
And I love that she's rolling the dice on a product and a thing that she really does well.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's nice to see. Yeah, it is pretty special. And it's exciting to be around that kind of energy. Surround yourself with people that are better than you. I'm telling you, this is what you need to do. What's up, Dan? Thanks for joining us. Jen, thanks for being here this morning. We're talking to Ashley Irene, boutique owner. Ashley has not only got that, but we have so many Cape Cod businesses that are going for another best of. I was going through the list. I mindfully went through every single one of them and was like, is that a business of ours? Is that a business of ours? Is that? And I sat there all day yesterday, not all day, but it took me quite some time to get through the list because there were so many great Mashpee Chamber businesses.
I know.
I was like, yay us.
Yay us.
Right?
We love Mashpee.
It is really nice. We have 297 members, the most we've ever had at the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce right now.
Incredible. And the new entrepreneur.
This is making a difference in this space. I think that there's a lot of energy and there are some fresh takes on absolutely everything. And I feel like no matter where you are in your business or your life, there's always something to share that can have people grow.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
I'm not
Love
one
it.
of those people that is like, yeah, good job, you. But also, I am a person that is like, how can we do this better? Let's crush it.
Yeah.
And I think that it's so important to have this awesome community. So if you're in Mashpee business and you're not a chamber member, please consider us or even come to one of our business after hours. Sharon did such a great job organizing for us this week over at RCA. We had some real new faces, some new energy in the room. I saw two people changing business cards and actually like getting deals for their businesses.
I love it.
I'm like, oh, yay, it's working.
Yeah. And as someone who's a little nervous to go to these networking events, it definitely gets easier. But what I love about the chamber is that it's so welcoming.
Yeah.
Like you probably are going to see a familiar face or meet someone. And it's really powerful.
Yeah. And you know what? You'll see a lot of the same faces and then they'll shift. Like I feel like the last one I was at, it was all of the banks that were represented. This one was all of the radio stations that were represented and they're just showing up. And it was really nice to see that collaboration. It was fun.
Yeah.
Megan says, I love her store. Need to get there to find a dress for my daughter's graduation. Maybe talk a little bit about how you curate some of the product that you have, because I love the fact that you're size inclusive.
Yep.
Shopping has always been an anxiety point for me. I feel like women are the hardest on themselves because our body shifts and it shifts a lot all the time. I know mine does. I could be anywhere from, I have been in my life a 2 to a 20.
Yeah.
And I feel like whether, you know, we're pregnant, going through menopause, wherever our body shifts, you've got an outfit for it.
Right.
And I think that that's really important because it's not a scary space to go shopping, trying stuff on. I absolutely hate it. I used to bring my girlfriend Brie with me everywhere because I'm like, just pick something because I'm just going to cry and hate it and hate my body anyway.
Yeah.
So find me something.
It really originally started because I had a really difficult experience. My now husband was graduating college and I wanted to find a dress. And at that point, I didn't actually love fashion. I kind of feared fashion like we were talking about. And I went into like 6 stores and I was in tears. And my mom's like, let's go into one more store. And I'm thinking to myself, why? I'm just gonna
I can't do it.
I can't do it. So I go in and as soon as I walked in, they welcomed me and they asked me, what are you looking for? But they helped me try on different pieces of clothing that I would not have tried on. It was an hour-long process. I left with a dress that was bright colors and stripes. Okay.
Like I would never have done that.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
And I sat in the car and I remember thinking, how I feel right now is how I want to make other people feel. And that kind of really started the whole, if I'm going to do this business, if I'm going to have a boutique, it's going to be size inclusive.
Yep.
Because as a plus size girl, how many times have I walked into a store and been like, such cute jewelry? And my friends are all like, look at these shirts. And I'm like, I can't fit in those shirts. Where moms and daughters can shop together, where different sizes can shop together, and where you can find things that make you feel beautiful, whether you buy something the day you come in or you come back. It's really about feeling welcome and safe. And we have affirmations around the mirrors and people of all ages, they love that.
Yeah.
But what I find, because I'm there all the time, is that when people look in the mirror, we see flaws in ourselves that no one else sees.
Yeah.
Because I see someone looking gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And, you know, they're seeing little things about themselves they don't like we all do. So it's good just to have, I always tell my team to, you know, help them find something that feels good, but remind them like, you're gorgeous.
I love that.
You look great.
Dawn on the West Coast. Yeah, rub it in. It's been hot there. Well, it's not here. Let me just tell you, I thought we were all going to be wiped off the map last night. Love a good May nor'easter. Nothing like kicking off Memorial
there goes
Day
the
weekend.
umbrella outside.
Bye. Trash. Good thing I still have the dumpster in front of my house because I just put 2 lawn things right in there this morning. I was like, destroyed. What else is new? I love that Ashley is here sharing this story with us. Pick people up, not knock them down. So important. Yeah. I'm 56 and I can rock maternity clothes. And I love that for us, Dawn.
Right? They're comfortable.
Well, you have a hot husband that loves the pants off of you and you've been together for so long and you're so supportive. I love that. That is such a great relationship. You've got a great relationship.
I do.
These two are so lovey-dovey, and I absolutely love it. It's so cute, though.
I know. We met in college. I'm absolutely obsessed with him. I think we've been together, 13 years.
Yeah.
But he's just amazing. I remember when I told him, I want to make our guest bedroom a boutique. And he was like, I have no idea what that means. But okay. And he works from home. He has a great job. He works so hard, but he always helps me with my business and never diminishes it, never makes it feel like it's not as important as his. And it's really like his dream too. And he always says, if you are happy, I'm happy.
And he truly means it. And I
Yeah.
think that is something that we both share. My husband is exactly
Yes.
the same way. And honestly, I have to give him so many accolades because I would not be able to do and be the person I am without that
100%.
support system. And we're 22 years of marriage this year.
Yeah.
And it's like, trust me, it's not all roses, but we're true partners. And that's really important.
It's so important.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Lab.
I
I absolutely love it. Mr. Ashley Irene, he wears the name tag, I think that he says that.
I know, seriously.
It's perfect. Melissa, thank you. Bev, good morning, ladies. Good morning to you, Miss Bev. So we talked about our chamber stuff. We talked about our business stuff. You've got a big fashion show coming up.
I do. Oh my gosh.
What made you want to do this?
So when I had a fashion show like 2 years ago, and it was just really exciting. It was the first one ever, and I didn't even know if anyone would come. And our customers were the models, and it was a packed house. I remember like people had to stand for a while. There was way more people than I thought. But after, what I loved was how amazing the models felt.
Yeah.
And all the models are my customers. And if you go into the store, you'll see model photos. They're all my customers.
Yeah.
They're real people, gorgeous. So I was like, let's do it again. Let's borrow the red carpet.
Yep.
Mashpee Commons was amazing and was like, you can have the alleyway in front of your store. I talked to my neighbors who are incredible. They're providing the chairs. We have our giant summer collection, and we have Lydia LeClaire in Harwich. She's our photographer.
She's awesome. She's so good.
Incredible. She's going to come. We're having Allie Broder of Boston. She's a color analyst. She's coming, so you can book your appointment and get your colors done. We're having shaved ice.
Awesome.
The Hawaiian shaved ice.
She's the best.
The best.
She'll be at every single Mashpee Farmers Market this
Yes,
season.
that's
So
where I saw her.
oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
I found her at a graduation party, and
So
she had
cool.
just started it. She's a teacher,
Yeah.
and this is like her summer hustle. Like
It's
everybody
cool.
else trying to figure it out. And she
Yep.
was at the backyard of another teacher gathering, and she kind of hadn't made it a real business yet. It was just kind of this thing she was trying out. And I'm
Amazing.
so excited to see. She's like fully booked
I know.
and busy.
Yeah, it's so great. And that's the great thing about the farmers market and just going and meeting these small businesses. I met someone who made earrings at the farmers market.
Oh, right.
And I emailed her and was like, I need these for my store. These are gorgeous. And we were the first store that she, sold her earrings to sell, but they sold out like hotcakes.
I love that
Just
connection.
small businesses, connections, networking. It's so powerful.
You have always, even in your small boutique, have made space for other businesses.
Yeah. That's something that makes, again, I'm happier when there's people,
Yeah.
the people around me. And I wouldn't have been able to grow my business unless I learned from a lot of other incredible people.
Mhm.
I'm one human being with one brain. And
Right?
I call my mom 7 times a day. So she helps me a lot. She cut my hair. But it's really reaching out to people who are smarter than me and know more than me and help me grow and be the best that I can be.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's awesome when you've got a team of friends that are always watching your back like that, because they're like, you know what could be if you did this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay. So then you grow these ideas, right?
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to see this
Yep.
take over.
I know. And like my college friends were modeling our clothes in my guest bedroom when I first started on carpet with a sheet as the background.
Heck,
And not
get it
one
done.
of them ever was like, what is this? They
Yeah,
were
right.
pumped.
Yeah.
They were, and now they can really model.
That's
So, it's
exciting.
good.
So when is the fashion show?
May 31st, Saturday, 3:00, right outside the boutique. That's when the pop-ups will be there. We're going to have 9 local models.
Yay.
And it's going to be a little bit different. So it's not going to be like models walking fast and kind of returning. The model is going to walk the red carpet, stay, and then I'm going to speak about what they're wearing, how to style it, what different body shapes it fits, and how you can incorporate items in your wardrobe to go with these items.
Awesome. I think
So-
everybody needs a touch of just a refreshment when it comes to your wardrobe. I think
Yeah.
I'm always like, I'll just wear black
Mhm.
because that
I
time,
know.
me and my Johnny Cash little look is very strong all of the time. So
Yeah.
Thank you for encouraging people to try colors, or maybe find the color that works for their hair and eyes and skin
Absolutely.
color, and just
Yeah.
get it all blended.
Right.
So
And just trying on different silhouettes. Sometimes you think, oh, that's not going to look good on me. You try it on, you're like, I feel fantastic.
you did a really wonderful get together with Xavier Walker, and then who was our other friend from Wicked Thrift?
Oh my gosh, Misty.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we were just at the CCYP summit.
Yep.
And I was really excited to go and see how you guys were talking, but you were talking about dressing for your body shape.
Yeah.
And it was something that I was like, oh, okay. Because, we all have that one pair of jeans, or like that one thing that we're like, we look good, feel good in.
Yeah.
And it's probably because it's the cut of it, not
Right.
necessarily the item itself.
Yeah. So I am like a very just apple shaped person. I carry my weight in my midsection, and I struggle to find like jeans and clothes. So working retail, I really learned and adapted to what silhouettes fit different body shapes.
Yeah.
And that's really like the core also of my business. If you go on my website, you can pick your body shape, and then I've curated collections for you. So that CCYP event with Misty and Xavier was amazing because we all talked about our own experiences with fashion, and body shapes and silhouettes and colors, and how to kind of go out of your comfort zone a little bit and find your style.
Yeah. It's awesome. Handcrafted by Erin plus size store in the comments. What's the name of your boutique?
Ashley Irene Boutique.
Does it blow you away that how long have you been there now?
3 years.
Yeah. And still every single time I didn't know you were here.
I know. And it's so interesting because I just had a lovely human being, Nancy. She is an influencer. She grew up on the Cape. She did a video for us.
That was cool. I saw that.
And we got so much new business, people from the Cape coming in saying, I had no idea you carry plus size.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting to me, we have a sign on our window that says size inclusive. People come in, they're lovely, but they say, what does size inclusive mean? And I think that it's just, people sometimes don't know what it means.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows you how many stores are not size inclusive.
Yeah.
So
I think it's so encouraging to just keep reminding people that you're there. I know as a business owner, it gets frustrating when you've said the same thing for 3 years and no one's really processed it or heard it. And this is a reminder to keep going. If you're in a space where you feel like no one's noticing you, or you're not getting the business that you want to, or you're not doing things right, you are.
Yeah.
It just takes some time. And I am a very impatient person. And sometimes when it's not just done, I'm a person of action.
Yeah.
So I'm like, get up and pick it up and let's do it. I'll do it myself. Right. And it makes some people crazy. But also I think it's just a reminder just to keep putting out your messaging, keep putting out your videos, keep posting on social.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember when I first started, like no one was watching the Instagram videos. I was like, hi, everyone. There was like my mom.
Yeah, right.
I was like, hello. No, I don't want to buy a bag.
No, right. But you do. She's like, I've already bought it. I've been supporting you all along.
I know. So.
No, it's really good to be reminded of that. Catherine, thanks for joining us on the show. I don't know where Cindy is this morning. I did see Cindy at one of our business after hours this week. She's still recovering from shoulder surgery, but she is going to be having a lunch and learn. It's our final one of the season. We're going to rest it in July and August. We'll be back strong in September. But she's talking about how to pick a contractor, and she's actually going to give us a list of people that have been vetted, approved. She has this vision of making this Angie's List, but for Cape Cod businesses.
I love it.
That have shown up consistently, have done the work that they said they've done, given you a quote and came in right around that quote, didn't give you a hard time. I feel like it's really hard when you're in the service-based business because we flex with people, we flex with projects, we flex with staff. It is a really difficult place because it is so expensive to live here.
Yep.
And then it's expensive to pay our people to live here.
Mm-hmm.
And so keeping people happy, safe, and employed with us is a really difficult space. It's got to be a special person,
right,
or it's got to be the exact fit.
Yep.
And I think that that is also a stressor that's on our businesses. And we're working towards solutions. I would love for you to come to some of our meetings. I just joined the EDIC on our town council. There is a place I think there's 2 slots that are open right now. If you've got a business or business minded and you want to share your expertise, please come aboard. We're always looking for new board members at the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce to bring a skill.
Yes.
We're looking for professionals. We're looking for people that can offer something that we don't have, right? That collective mind.
Right.
We've all kind of got our little spaces in which we're good at that we're sharing. But if you've got a skill or a thought or an idea, we would love you to share it with us. We'll happily take you.
Yes.
The more the merrier.
I love our board.
We really do have an amazing group of humans.
Good group of amazing, supportive people.
Yeah, we had our first Tavala meeting yesterday, and we've got our work cut out for her. We've got the entertainment.
It comes so fast. How many times are we like, oh, like
we got all the time in the world? You don't.
Time. No, that's such a huge event.
Especially with Cape Cod and our summer, we have this one window, right?
Yeah.
That we shine at. And this happens to be in that window. And August is going to be here before we blink. This is the weekend where it's downhill from here.
Yeah. Downhill, uphill, downhill.
Right.
Yeah.
Summer's over. It takes on a life of its own, and we have to ride the wave, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
This is like, it's coming in.
Yeah.
So we're surfing now.
And in January, we'll miss the ride.
We'll
miss the ride.
I know.
have to remind myself that.
Yeah. Tell Ashley that Mama D and Ricardo are watching. So says Lisa. That's awesome.
My mom and dad.
Catherine says that's a great idea. Contractors impossible to find who will show up and reply to requests. Yes, so you can get signed up, and it's only $20 for non-members of the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce to come. We'll feed you. We're going to be at Uva, who is also up for new business for Cape Cod's Best Of.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
So yeah, we'll be over there. It's 11 to 1, and we'll feed you. You'll learn a business skill, and you can go right back to work afterwards. And also, I do want to mention that we've got 2 new business opportunities for members. If you're an entrepreneur or one of our farmers market businesses, please come to these lunch and learns. Please show up at our business after hours. There is space for everybody here. We've got a ribbon cutting today that I'm so excited. This has been like the highlight of this new job of mine, is wielding the power of the big scissors.
You're killing it, man.
I'm not. I feel like I'm a disaster.
With the scissors, but everything. I was telling someone, I was like, I don't know how you do what you do, but you do it.
It was really funny. I was talking to Tim Rumberger over at Mashpee High School. Shout out to you, Timmy. You are amazing at what you do. He's the lacrosse coach over there, does 14 different things, is hosting a band from far away this summer. I'm like, what are you doing?
So cool.
He's like, crazy stuff like you. But he said to me, ask a busy person to do something because they'll get it done for you.
Yeah. Yep.
We're just doing stuff. So give me stuff to do.
You're good.
We have got this amazing ribbon cutting. Also, want to shout out to Studio 47, who in this space and time is expanding their business once again.
We love it.
Yay. So they've grown so much in their Pilates studio that they're getting the business next door to their business here in Deer Crossing. One's going to be Reformers and one's going to be the studio space. And Jamie from Bagel Haven is going to be over there because she was one of their clients. She's like, I love this place so much.
And I also love Bagel Haven.
Oh my God, I know it's a problem.
I mean, oh my gosh.
Thank you. Keep it. And she expanded. She bought Cape Cod Bagel.
Yeah, she should, because it's freaking amazing.
I know. It's so wonderful to see all these female business owners.
My husband was saying that. We went to an event and he was sitting with all my friends, and he after was like, these are amazing, strong female business owners.
Yeah.
And he was like, it was amazing just to sit and chat with them. But yeah, it's incredible. And I also want to go back to the lunch and learns, because how powerful is that to have a community where you can go in, meet people, and learn a skill.
Yeah.
Or have a professional answer one-on-one questions.
You and I were talking about this when we were just board members, and we're just saying we need to offer more to our members.
Yeah.
So that we can, because we're all in it together, right? We're all suffering the same, whatever it is, whether it's weather or whether it's the economy or whether it's the rent. We're all in this space of everything's too expensive. How are we going to do this? We're alone. When you're an entrepreneur, you are alone in your business with your spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's really hard to, we're good at what we do, but learning a new skill or trying to do something to bring or attract new people to your space is really difficult.
And also just to know, okay, like if you're an entrepreneur, oh, I'm not crazy. Like it's not just me. I feel like that is so powerful. And that's what these lunch and learns in the community and being a member of the chamber does. It gives you this community of other people who are in the same boat as you.
Yeah, because not everybody has great partners like we have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a community that we've built. Cape Cod Women in Business has done a really good job putting things together. Amy is here. Hello and good morning. Another fabulous female business owner. Very exciting to see some people just putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
Post-COVID has really shaken up the world as far as people getting out there and trying some new stuff.
Yeah. And with social media changing
and
algorithms, and now so much shopping is online.
Maybe you can talk a little bit about that because you're the queen of social media.
So
it's frustrating.
It's I'm really, really lucky that I love social media. And I think part of that has to do with the community that we've built. But there's, like a third channel of my business that I was not expecting, right? There's the online website, people order online. There's in-store, people come in. But then there's a third channel of revenue for me, and that is Instagram. And when I tell that to people, they're like, what do you mean? Like they go to your website from Instagram? And I'm like, no, they shop through Instagram, meaning they tell me what they want. I usually know them. I usually know their size. Some of my customers are like, send me what you think I like. And there's a huge trust there that I'm really grateful for. But, if you come
you're providing a service.
Right. If you come into the store and I'm on my laptop all the time, which I am, I'm sending invoices out. I am actively shopping every single day with my customers, sharing the style, how it runs, all of this stuff. So it's powerful. It changed the course of my business.
Well, because as a business owner, I know that I don't have time to shop.
Yeah.
And I don't particularly like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not something that is for me. My daughter is like queen thrifter and loves, she'll sit there all day and look through colors and styles and things, and she loves it. It is just not a space in which I'm comfortable. It's not a space in which I'm good at. And I would much rather, my size, what looks good on me. Actually, just tell me what I've got this event. Yep. And I need to look like this. Mm-hmm. And you're like, check. Yeah. Here you go.
Done.
I think that is so invaluable. And what I think is really important is you're not aggressively overcharging for your service.
Yes.
It's important to a lot of people that I don't feel I would feel comfortable saying, here's my credit card. This is my budget. Make it happen. And you would do it.
Yeah. So if someone's like, can I keep my card on file? And I was like, no, that's okay.
Right.
But
you're like, I don't need that much responsibility.
Yeah, there's a trust, but also just like very transparent is that there's a lot of people on the Cape that are not tourists. This is not their second house. They grew up here. They live here. They work their butts off full time.
Yeah.
And I believe that they all deserve to walk into a boutique and find something that they love that is in their price range.
Yeah.
And I think that we hit this really big niche on Cape Cod specifically, where people can walk in and feel special and feel welcomed and find something that they can afford.
Yeah. Lisa said she found you on Instagram.
Yay.
I think it's also important to talk about shopping locally. Yeah, you might be shopping on Instagram. Have you ever been personally victimized by shopping online and getting swindled? I've had my credit card stolen information several times. Oh. I've purchased things that were never the thing that I thought I was purchasing in. I will not shop on social media unless I know that they have a brick and mortar or it's somebody like you.
Yeah.
We need to talk about the Temus and the Sheins of the world and all of this fast fashion that is just garbage that you get. My girlfriend, I delete that off of your phone. Yeah. Delete that app off of your phone. Never buy me anything from that.
Yeah.
It is aggravating to me because I feel like it's a racket.
Yeah, especially like from a boutique standpoint of just pricing and everything. Someone kind of said to me, they're like, I hear a lot, shop local, shop small. And it's kind of overwhelming. But what I would say is that the push for shop local and the push for shop small, it's not a guilt trip. It's not to say you need to spend your money. You need.
We all order from Amazon. We're not going to give you a hard time about it. It's life.
We're all living. We're all doing our best.
Live on an island.
We all have a budget.
We get it.
But it's just making those small changes. And I did not make those changes until I became a business owner and I felt the full impact. When you say, when you shop small, they do a happy dance or it genuinely
I was
impacts.
immediately thinking of that because it truly does.
It
When we have a
truly
sale
does.
or close a deal or have an opportunity, we're like, yes, thank you.
It makes my whole day.
Right?
I stand taller, I'm singing. It's amazing. So little changes like that make a huge difference. And that's really the push behind shop local and shop small.
And I think I would be remiss if I weren't talking about the smallest shift in your spending.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just one change of a shopping trip can really make a big difference because it snowballs.
Yeah.
It's like when you're paying off your credit cards, right? And you're like, which one has the most interest? We go with that one first. Oh, I have a little bit more money next month and a little bit more money next month. This is what shopping local does as you're shifting.
And I think what my customers have shown me is that it doesn't necessarily need to be spending money.
Mhm.
You do not need to be spending money to support and make an impact on a small business. I can't tell you how many times people come in because my hairdresser, Kim, has told them about the store and they get their hair done and they come right in.
Yeah.
Or someone has shared on Facebook or commented. Every like, every share algorithm, it builds the business and it makes a huge impact.
Yeah, I had a great conversation. They invited me to speak at the women's group that Kim has. And we were talking about networking events and how sometimes gets awkward. And we were talking about
Yeah.
all of the pitfalls when you're in a networking situation. But I said, the one thing that I do, and I want to impress upon the fact is be the person that gives the recommendation to all the other people. Immediately when I walk into a networking event, I'm thinking, how do I help this business get what they need?
Yeah.
And I'm immediately thinking of who can I connect this person with? What recommendation can I give to another person? And I love that you said your hairdresser sent them there because you're known, you're trusted. I know that someone's going to leave there mostly happy.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen all of the time.
Right.
That's life. And fashion shifts, time shifts, dates, all of these things, we get it. It's life. But when you're the recommendation in the room,
Yeah.
that means everything.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really powerful.
Good morning, Miss Marie. Thanks for joining us on the show. We've got Ashley here from Ashley Irene Boutique. She is a Mashpee Chamber member. She is one of our officers. She owns a business. She is an E for All grad.
E for All. Yes.
Right?
I
I'm
know.
so thankful for that.
So
It gave me
thankful.
the comfortability to be a little bit more confident in my business.
Very, very, very much. So if you don't know E for All, it's a nonprofit on the Cape and it is an accelerator. So you can apply and go through this amazing program that helps you transform, even if you just have an idea, if you have an established business, and you get mentors along the way and an incredible community forever.
Yep. Yeah, it is
Forever.
that community piece. They just did a celebrity bartending shift
I
over
know.
at Cape Cod Beer, and I went over and I got to see Kai and Kristen and Jen, and it was nice to just check in with everyone
Yeah.
and just check in with other businesses. Where are you at in your business? One of them just bought another lease on a shop, and
Mhm.
one was in the process of another lease on a shop, and this one was shifting out of a shop into her own space. It's just really nice to watch the ebb and flow because it reminds you that yes, time and space shifts things in your business and it's not always going to be this way and it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Very uplifting. Like people are doing it. And I feel like when you surround yourself with people like that, it gives me the motivation.
Yeah.
Like I always feel more motivated when I leave events like that. Or, I went through the accelerator program and some of the people in my cohort, they're no exaggeration, my best friends.
Yeah.
My biggest supporters.
You went through personal trauma together.
Yeah.
You had to do the Big Mama spreadsheet.
I know.
And talk about money, which is so uncomfortable. I cried the entire time because I'm like, I can't do this.
Raise your prices. Yeah.
Also not
charging
comfortable. It's so hard. And I feel like I'm so overworked and I raised my prices a little bit. And then it took me that first time that I really valued it. I saw somebody's pricing sheet come in and I'm like, I am definitely not charging enough money for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it was that comfortability to be like, okay, I'm going to raise my prices because it's not that I devalue myself. I just know that I can do it. It doesn't mean that I should do it. And it doesn't mean that I should be stressing myself out about it.
Yeah. Valuing yourself though, that's
Yeah.
actually really,
It's hard.
really powerful. How I valued myself in my business before and after, it was very different.
Hi guys, following your journey, Ashley Irene Dufresne. Good power, girl power, way to go. E for All is so proud of both of you. Apply for fall now.
Yes.
Not missing a moment, Jen. I love it. She's awesome. She'll be at one of our farmers markets. This has been so awesome for me to have a space to be able to host some of our baby
I
businesses.
know.
That has been so incredible to see them grow and thrive and work out some stuff and realize this might not be the thing that I wanted to do, or showcase something new in a safe place where people are like, that's good, but you could do this.
Yeah.
Or it's just a nice playground for people to try stuff before they're all in signing a lease and putting out a business, right?
That
That's
is-
saving money space.
Yeah, I know. The farmers market is amazing.
We have our first farmers market. It's here whether I like it or not. I've
Drum
shifted it,
roll.
I know. And it is a long one. It is a 26-week season. So I would love to see your face at some Sunday. The things that I am most proud of, it's a community wellness space. 11 to 12, we offer free wellness, and it's to try something. We all get in our head. We all get stagnant. We all sit on our computer and don't move our body enough. From 11 to 12, the center is going to be over there offering free movement, mindfulness, Tai Chi, yoga, and you don't have to be committed. We're in a nice big field. You can stretch a little bit, move your body, and then walk around. You don't have to throw yourself into everything. Dogs, kids. We've got a bus stop that we worked on. I personally am so excited about that. Cape Cod RTA is now doing some stops from the Mashpee Village and also Southport to bring people to the Mashpee Commons to shop and
Yay.
hang out with us. If it's not working for you up at the farmers market, trickle down into the Mashpee Commons, get a bite to eat, check out shops like Ashley Irene, use the bathroom, go eat at one of our fabulous restaurants. We've got Restaurant Week coming up. I've been working really hard on Restaurant Week, and I'm really excited. We teamed up with Short Up Digital, who went to all of our restaurants. She missed two, and Serafina Churchill is going to be taking care of the two other restaurants, photographed either a food item or a menu.
Amazing.
And we're going to be sharing that MashpeeRestaurantWeek.com. The website is up right now. You can see all the restaurants that are participating. And we're going to have little QR codes in all of our restaurants. You can scan it and collect some dining points. And we're just going to be giving out gift cards to all of these fabulous restaurants. End of the week, the person with the most amount of dining points gets a $100 gift card of their choosing to
cool
any
is
restaurant. Thank you to the Mashpee Chamber.
Amazing. So cool.
Yeah, it's just some little way, and we're going to repurpose this for Shop Local coming up for our holiday season. So that is also going to be here before we know it. So we had a meeting yesterday, and we're talking about how this technology is going to work, and we'll see how it works. You always are a big champion of shopping local. In fact, you're giving back at your fashion show.
We are giving back, 15% to Love Live Local. Love Live Local is just a huge champion for small businesses. And I love Jen. She's the director of Love Live Local. And it's just amazing. They've helped us, give us so much opportunities.
Yeah.
They have an incredible community and board members.
Yeah.
And just do everything they can to support this Cape Cod community in all of the ways. So I'm really excited. So from the 3 o'clock to the close, 15% of all our sales will go back to Love Live Local.
And I love a lot of their messaging and metrics. I think it's really important to have some measured success. And I think just looking at the data that they've compiled about what it is, that shift in spending, that little difference that you can make is really, really important to visually see the snowball effect of changing the dynamic of our little Cape Cod.
I know. Absolutely.
And I say little as a joke, it's massive. Geographically also. And we are about to get all of these tourists. I could not believe how busy it was on the road at 6 a.m. this morning.
I love it.
6 a.m. this morning, and I was fixing one of the farmers market yard signs that had been blown over from the storm, and I pulled over my car, and I'm putting it back in the ground, and some lady pulls over, Stephanie, I love what you're doing.
Oh my gosh. You're like, flip hair.
I know, I was like, thank you. 6:30 in the morning, I don't even know what the hell I look like. Probably have coffee-stained teeth, and my hair looks crazy.
That's the best.
But thank you, and it was just that moment that I was like, I love where we live.
I know, and I often say that I don't know if my business and my boutique would have been as successful someplace else. Like when I say that this community just rallied behind me.
Yeah.
And they made something so scary, so like not scary.
Yeah. Emily says, do you have a maternity section? I need clothes that fit the belly. I think that you could shop there. I never liked having maternity clothes. I did like the stretch. But I feel like you could find something super cute, especially for your baby shower that's coming up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we don't technically have maternity clothes, but I do have a lot of different options. And if you would allow me, I would love to dress you for fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she dresses for all shapes.
Yeah.
And I don't think you necessarily need a maternity cot to be able to wear something that will look cute and not make you look like a Coleman tent. Because I always hated that when I was pregnant. I was like, I look like a friggin' big top circus. I'm like, I just can't do it.
Oh, man.
Right? It's always dressing for your shape. Jamie says she's all about helping other small businesses. Ashley allowed me to do a pop-up in front of her store last summer. And it was incredible and just out of the kindness of her heart. So she said it was a really great day and she needs to get her rear end into E for All. Lisa, good morning. I'm looking forward to your birthday party. And good morning to you, Miss Lauren. Can we talk about Miss Lauren for 1 second? She is also another E for All alum at O Places.
Oh
and
my
she
gosh.
is the most supportive female, human, love bug I have ever met in my entire life.
Incredible.
She has been supporting our markets with all of our kids programming, which we offer at no cost. I think it's really important to be able to just get out and not be shaken down. It's not a carnival. It's not a fair. We're not out there to get every ounce of dollar that you've got that day. I want people to be able to come back every single week and support the local artists that are playing. We support 26 musicians this year. We have new entertainment every single week. Every single week, new entertainment.
I love it.
We had over 60 people say they wanted to play at the farmer's market this year. So we had it was a job. I had to hire Julia. I was like, Julia, decide what person works the best with what market it is, what the theme is, and do you think that they're a good fit? And she sat there listening, watching their auditions, watching their
60?
social media. We had over 60 people, musicians.
Over 60.
And so and it was no slight to the people that performed for us last summer. I think they were a little disappointed that they didn't have more than one date. And I said, I really just want to try and accommodate some new faces and have people have a platform to be able to find their new gig, their new summer out at other places.
Because it matters.
Yeah, it does.
One platform matters.
Yeah, and we pay them where other farmers markets pay them in like a box of produce.
I thought you said a buck.
Yeah. Like you can put your little bucket out there and get your dollars and get your box of produce, but we actually pay our musicians. I think it's important to be able to offer them this. So we're talking wellness, we're talking children's programming, we're talking musicians that we're encompassing, and we're trying new businesses out that have this space to collaborate. It really is a magical experience. If you've not been to one of our farmers markets, I highly encourage you to do so. Shout out to the Mashpee Commons. They are hosting Memorial Day weekend block party like they do every year. I don't know what that's going to look like. The forecast looks like we have only a 5% chance of rain.
Okay.
And it's not going to be sunny by any means. And it's definitely not going to be a beach day. So come on into the Commons.
Day.
And I'm telling you, every single store in the Mashpee Commons is ready for you. They are stocked, they are full, they are staffed, and they are ready to just get you whatever it is that you need at any price point. So please come and shop, whether it's grabbing a coffee and taking a stroll. This is totally free. We're painting blocks. We've got live entertainment. I'm giving gift cards away. Balloons.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, our friends over at Elevated Impressions really do a magical job.
Magical.
Whether
Maria and her team are incredible.
Honestly. And whatever it is for a new party or a new eye-catching Instagram photo, she's ready to go.
I know. My friends joke, though, you can have balloons at your event. I'm like, any chance to get Elevated Impressions? Absolutely.
Yeah.
We had a party and they did an arch with AIB. Did I need that? No, but it was incredible. It made me so happy.
Yes, we did. I want to give a huge hello and good morning to Buana over at our friends Fab Villa. It is her, I think it's 15 years of business.
Amazing. Amazing.
To have a small retail shop still running years and years later is an incredible test to your business acumen, but also the support and your customer service.
She was one of the first actually business owners to come over when I tested out my spa space in the Commons for 6 months, to just come over. She was so supportive. She introduced herself, said, if you need anything, let me know. And, you know, we chat and I can ask her questions, and that is very powerful. And I remember telling my mom, like, when other business owners came over and just said, welcome, we're here if you need anything, it made the days where I felt alone not so lonely.
Yeah, like I see you. You can walk to your
Right.
next door neighbor and
Right.
just chat. You're
Yep. I'm
next to
wishing
the
the
art
best for
cottage
you.
where you've got a steady stream of people just kind
Yeah.
of rotating
It's
in
like
and
a
out.
party every day.
I'm so jealous of that little club over there. I'm like,
Who won gold
I'm far away.
for the art cottage? Amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Please come and support us in Mashpee. We're doing cool things and growing our community. Thank you very much to Mashpee TV for always hosting us and saying yes. Chris Ball, I appreciate you. Channel 1072 in HD. And if it's not coming in, you need a new box. Call 1-800-COMCAST. If you're looking for things to do, this is what we do. Lemonade.io is events people, and boy, do we have them. We did over 500 events last year. We've got Dino's tonight. So we've got a dance party going on. Saturday, we'll be in the Mashpee Commons down below. And then Sunday we'll be at our first farmers market. Thank you to Knockabout, who has been supportive. Pete and Meg, you are beyond supportive of every crazy idea that I've ever had. He's like, oh, that sounds good. Make it happen. Go. You got a space for it. And I'm like, are you sure about that? Run with it. Go. Not many people are like that.
That works.
I know. And we're so thankful here. Whatever it is that you're doing this weekend, you can drop it in Stephanie in the Morning's Facebook page. We've got over 23,000 people in following because we've got an amazing community of support. I don't need any of your negativity right now. So what are you doing this weekend? Share it with us so we know where to find you. Have a great day. Ashley, how do people connect with you in your community?
Ashley Irene Boutique, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Don't get excited. I'm not great at TikTok.
Oh my.
Walk into the store and let me dress you.
Yes, please. I love it. It's a great service. Have a wonderful day. Memorial Day weekend. Remember why it is Memorial Day weekend. If you've got an opportunity to get on over to Otis and see what all of the volunteers have been, and they're probably going to start this afternoon, and hopefully we get a clearing in this freaking weather. They put out flags at every single one of the graves for the people that have given their life for this country. We're so supportive of all of the volunteers over there. It is a beautiful, soulful, weepy experience, but I suggest that everybody do it at least once to see what Memorial Day weekend is about. Get over to our national cemetery. Not everybody has one of those in their backyard. Thank you to all of our service people for giving your time and space. We really appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Catherine. Bye, Lisa. We'll see you soon. And don't forget, ribbon cutting today, noon, high noon. Hometown Juice will be there. Bagel Haven will be there. Studio 47 in Deer Crossing. We'll see you later. Bye.